Restaurant part 2 is upon us. This is how part 1 happened for me. These are my reviews of the 2 restaurants I went to. This happened around April, March, and it was all about fine dining. Enjoy. The first restaurant that we did was Old Oaks. It is in Linksfield within the Golf Estate. I think it's called Royal. It's very open, very classy. I just love the features that they have. Proper fine dining restaurant, so definitely make your way there. A great selection of wine. I love the plain color that they have. I decided to go with Ayanda. She's my ride and die. We've been friends over 10 years now, so that's that. We had welcome drinks, which was non-alcoholic, and weren't really the greatest, so we ended up ordering a red wine that complement the menu that was up for restaurant week. So this was the menu and it was very simple. So red wine was the best option for us at this point. So starters was prawns and mussels in a harissa sauce with some citrus infusion thing. Not too bad, but it was too citrusy to my liking. The balancing with the tomato was not coming right. I wish they just gave us the lemon wedge on the side, so that we can balance the acidity, because I think they forgot the tomato itself also has got a lot of acid, so it was quite off. It became a bit too sour for me to complete, so I'll give this meal a good 6 out of 10. If they could get the balancing correct, it will be a great meal. The second meal was a ribeye with an onion confit, onion puree, and the most softest mashed potato ever. Oh my gosh, my meat still needs to be breathing. So that's why I'm a medium rare type of a girl. This is how it looked. The meat was soft, the meat was tender. I felt that it needed some seasoning, but for me it was perfectly well. The only problem that I had with the whole meal was the jus. I wish it was just a bit more runny and smoother, because it came out a bit lumpy and it was a struggle to pour. But besides that, I'm still remembering the tenderness of the meat of this meal. After the main course, we decided to go outside to have a look of the place. Like, they've got an amphitheater, they've got waterfalls. Like, it's very nice. I really love it. I was dressed by Mr. Price. I really liked my dress. I do not know what Ayanda was dressed by, but she also truly looked good. So now it is time for a dessert, which was a bit sweet for me, but was still really, really good. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Second restaurant that I did with fine dining was level 4 as usual, that is in Rosebank at 54 on Bath. So as per usual, I am waiting for Jocelyn. So doing my second restaurant of restaurant week. And why did I choose to come out with Jocelyn is because she likes things as much as I do. So we are colleagues from work, and we connected because we realized that we like the same things, and so we just decided, let's build a friendship out of it. So here I am. Yeah, waiting.
Maybe I'm overthinking it, no?
You really are. So she has finally arrived. Mind you guys, our appointment was for 3 and she got here at 3:45. So technically we were supposed to make this date 4 o'clock. And you know what's the sad reality? She always chooses the times. Always. So it's my first time here, and the nice thing about Restaurant Week, it will take you to restaurants that you've always had on your bucket list, and you're just like, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go. So being finally here and seeing the garden has been breathtaking. Mind you, this was a 5-course a meal, and this is us about to start the starters after the first meal, which was usually bread, if I'm not mistaken.
She finally came. She was late.
So we decided to get the best of the menu is to have one of something and share instead of like eating same type of vibes. And I feel like we had like a very good waiter. He's treating us so well, so we are loving what we're doing. So right now we are having the scallop and salmon tartare. Bon appetit, my friend.
Thank you.
In addition to the scallop and prawn tartare, we had the braised pork that we shared. So that was actually quite nice. You know, pork needs to have crispy skin, so they got that right with the sauce. The scallop tartare was a bit disappointing, very bland, very bland. They had these little homemade caviar pebbles that they were trying to make that did not work very well. On the bright side, Joss got me 10 things I generally don't do. I'm not very much of a picture perfect person, but you know, there were swings then. We just had to give it a try, pose a bit, let the food digest before getting into the next meal. We've got these two things that I'm so not used to. Okay. The third meal was a palate cleanser. Guys, what can you say about sorbet? I guess because the next meals weren't of fish or of light, so it was good that we had them, so that when we got into the second course, where there was no flavor conflict. So the second meal, which was the main meal, we went for king clip and lamb shoulder. The king clip was beautiful, but the pairing of the noodles, I do not understand. The lamb shoulder, you could tell that they took the time in it. The aroma, the flavors in it was magnificent. Like, they hit it over there. It was awkward because I think we were still like trying to understand each other's vibes, you know, that type of a thing. But here we are on many after, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, we are on technically meal number 3, but I would say meal number 2. But yes, we are still doing the whole sharing. You know, guys, you must learn how to expand your palates. That's all I'm gonna say. And this is a dessert, guys. Like, which we had something called an autumn fantasy, was mainly chocolate and berries, then a s'mores deconstructed. So as you know, I'm really a dessert person, and I think this is like gonna be the best meal, well, hopefully, because there's been a few little disappointments in the 2 previous meals, but hopefully this one, you know, whips it right. So dessert went down very well, besides for that very chocolatey. So yeah, guys, the whole experience of level 4, I think I'll give it a 7 out of 10 in all honesty, because of the young disappointments that have happened with the meals. So don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment, and stay in tuned for part 2 of Restaurant Week that is happening right now.